Mary Elizabeth Wilson, also known as the Merry Widow of Windy Nook. Mary, born on the 11th of June 1889, born as Mary Elizabeth Cassidy in Catchgate, Stanley, County Durham. Mary was the last woman to be sentenced to death in Durham in 1958, but this sentence was not carried out. She was committed to a prison life sentence. Mary worked as a housekeeper in the home for the Knowles family, where she striked up a friendship and eventually a relationship with their son John Knowles, who she married in 1912, and was married to John for 43 years until she poisoned him with beetle poison. When John's parents passed away, the home was left to John and Mary, and in this time Mary became greedy and soon moved a lover in, John Russell. They all lived at Windy Nook until both of her husbands and lover died, both from natural causes from the paperwork by the doctors. They both left their fortunes to Mary, the big sum of £42. Not even months had gone by, and in June 1957, Mary, now 64 years old, met and married 75-year-old Oliver Leonard, a wealthy retired estate agent. 12 days of being married, Oliver became ill. Mary even called her neighbour round, who verified to Mary he was indeed not well. Mary was probably hoping her neighbour would make a good alibi. The next morning, Oliver was dead. A local doctor confirmed that Oliver Leonard had died from heart failure. Mary then inherited the princely sum of £50. Not long after Oliver's death, yet again, Mary met and married her fourth husband, Ernest Wilson. His estate included his bungalow, life insurance, and £100 in the co-op bank. Almost days after their marriage, Ernest became ill and died. The doctor called his death as a cardiac muscular failure. She didn't even attend his funeral. By this time, Mary's fate had become the main figure of local gossip. She had joked at her last wedding reception that the leftover sandwiches would be fresh enough to eat at his funeral. She had also asked the local undertaker for trade discount, providing him with plenty of business. Her morbid humour brought her to the attention of the police. The bodies of Ernest Wilson and Oliver Leonard were both exhumed, and the pathologist's blood confirming they both had died from beetle poisoning. Mary was arrested and charged with both murders to Ernest and Oliver. Mary's trial began in March 1958 in Leeds, and at her trial, Mary did not give evidence in her 6-day trial. Her defence used the fact that there was little known about the beetle poisoning, and it was suggested that the two men had been taking sexual stimulation pills, which were known to have the beetle poison in them. The jury did not believe this, and they found Mary guilty after 90 minutes. She was sentenced to death, but due to her advancing years, she was given clemency and sent to Holloway Women's Prison, where she served 4 years, then died at the age of 70 years old on the 5th of December 1962. And that's my story about Mary Wilson, how she used beetle poison on her 4 husbands, for yet again greed, the money, the insurance money, what she inherited from them. But yeah, I researching in it about the beetle poison, how the defence used it as a sexual stimulating pill. I didn't realise that that was used in anything like that. So, be careful. Don't even try anything like that if that's the case. But yeah, that's my story on Mary Wilson. And thank you for watching. Big love and peace out.